on the previous episode.
25 out of 25 Jets theme team gets my Robby Anderson to a 98 overall. Well, not 98 overall. 98 speed. He's the fastest. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Episode 94 of the No Money Spent No Money Spent schedule. If you did not know, it's going to be Sunday, the no video Monday. That's going to be Market Monday. Episodes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be kind of a market look ahead to the weekend's content. Friday we'll get a no money spent video, and then Saturday will be a coin making method specific video on that day. But now we're gonna hop into the video, and we don't have a video Saturday, so we're gonna have to show the legends that came out. Two questionable legends in terms of the actual term of legend. Jonathan Vilma, the first one. Love Jonathan Vilma as a player. Was part of Bounty Gate. Had a ghost card of Madden 12, my favorite ultimate team. Ghost card of the Jets. But he has Saints Jets theme team. And then LeGarrette Blount. I don't know how you consider him a legend. Team Diamond, yeah, legend. Like LeGarrette Blount never, I don't think he ever made a Pro Bowl once. But he's actually a pretty solid card. 92 speed. He's on a ton of theme teams. So you got Patriots, Lions, Eagles, Steelers, Bucks. Don't know if I'm missing any others, but LeGarrette Blount is the other legend. We were kind of missing. We hadn't had a good, usually we get running backs like once every week or once every 2 weeks. We hadn't had a good running back since Derrick Henry for part 1 of Most Feared, so we were due for a really good running back. We'll talk about another running back legend coming out soon at the very end of this video, but hopping in and seeing kind of our investments, where we are at. I end up getting 5 Ben Roethlisbergers. I have 4 left. 1 sold for $617 yesterday, and I still have, trying to get around $590 plus for each of these 4. Picked them up for what? The most expensive I picked one up for was $537. That was actually Wednesday night, and the others I'd picked up basically over this weekend due to kind of a price drop when they announced Kirk Cousins, kind of a market crash. We're able to pick up a couple others. Robby Anderson was able to pick up 2, 1 for $701, 1 for $690, and he is currently at that $900K range. I want to get $930, $940. Although I will say about Robby Anderson, we can't be super patient with selling off Robby Anderson, because if a wide receiver comes out with 94 speed or higher than 94 speed, Robby Anderson will almost probably cut in half in terms of price. We saw it happen with Will Fuller. Basically, when T.Y. Hilton came out, Will Fuller basically crashed in half in price. And then I also have 3 Nick Bosa. Still my Tron Armstead. He's finally kind of limited on the auction now, so I can maybe get $600K for him throughout this week. But Nick Bosa also, really good investment. Picked him up for what, 408, 410, and like 405, the 3 that I picked up. So he's looking really good at about $500K. A little down right now, but he was selling for $530, $540. But you did not notice, or you might have noticed, I don't have any Jabrill Pepper investments, and that, I think this is finally a perfect example of a card that I just didn't think, it never got down to a price that I personally felt comfortable with. The reroll cards we had seen over Most Feared, the only true reroll limited that actually super spiked up in price were the high meta cards, that being J.C. Horn and Brandon Marshall were the real profit makers. But the other ones, J.J. Watt, Travis Kelce, and T.Y. Hilton did make a decent amount of profit, but especially the ones that weren't that meta, like Anthony Barr, Travis Kelce, J.J. Watt, sorry, they didn't go up that much in price, and I kind of set a target. I wanted to get 320 or less for Jabrill Peppers, and unfortunately, he kind of was at that 330, 340 mark, and I just didn't really feel like I wanted to force an investment out of him. He's at 360, 370 right now. I think you guys, if you have a Jabrill Peppers, you're probably able to get 390 or 400K throughout this week, but unfortunately, I don't see that high of a ceiling, because this card, the stats on the card just really aren't that good. Moving on into our core elite or our Harvest Part 2 investments. I talked about it on Thursday's video, but I still have I'm not over investing. We've talked about this. It's never too good to over investing. I have a solid. I have the Derwin James they're more like basically leftovers from Most Feared Part 3, but did pick up some Trent Browns. I have 2 Mark Andrews, 1 I pulled out of a Gridiron pack. Khalil Mack, I've pretty much been buying this weekend. You see, I just bought one for 23. Pretty much anytime it goes in or 24K. I pick him up. I'm looking to sell him basically above 35K or even 33K throughout the week when the hype builds up for the cards. I actually don't think Khalil Mack actually gets a card. We've already gotten 2 bears, but I'm going to look to sell off like 80 to 90%, like I always say, of those cards. And then I'm going to actually buy a couple of Denzel Wards, because I haven't really seen him under 8,000 coins all weekend. I only had a couple. By the way, with all these cards, I've actually been selling, usually sell off 1 every night. I sold a Trent Brown overnight for 12,000 coins. I've been buying him for under 7.5. Derwin James, I sold one overnight for 9,000. Picking him up basically under 6,000 all week. And then Khalil Mack, I was able to sell one off, I believe, for 34K this weekend. And then I sold a Denzel Ward last night for 12,000 coins. The real coins, we've been talking about this. It's selling off in the hype, and now there's not much hype right now with the cards because we're still in the weekend, but they're just gaps. The cards are going to fluctuate. They're going to be more, sometimes in late hours, they become more rare on the market. And usually just selling overnight Probably get a couple more 1,000 coins than just selling them during the day. So that's really what I've been up to in terms of our core elite investments. Gonna look to sell off 80% of each of the cards throughout the week. And we did make one pickup. I talked about it in, well, not Saturday's episode, but I think I talked about it in Friday's episode that I was going to pick up Jonathan Vilma because I am now running a 25 out of 25 Jets theme team. I picked up the limited for 332,000 coins. I really don't like buying legends, basically the set legend card on the first weekend they're out, because they pretty much just are. Each weekend after their release, they drop like 20%. So picking up Jonathan Vilma with a limited for 330, I'll probably have him on my team for a couple weeks, and I'll probably just end up selling it back for like 350k and only losing me like 10k worth of tax. And with Jonathan Vilma actually entering my lineup, you see in the top right, we finally hit the 94 overall. Was trying to get it on Friday's episode, couldn't get there, but we finally are at 94 overall. And then a little update on the film study kind of ability. I learned how it kind of works because I've been playing. And I really want to tell you guys this. I think it's really important you guys get that second kind of AFC, NFC hero card that gets all the chemistries. I have 16 out of 25 wins to get the Indomitian Sue. And how the film study kind of ability works, pretty much every quarter, by the way, it's going to reset. But if you're in a quarter, say you're in the first quarter, as soon as someone runs one play, if they click that play any other time and during that quarter, it doesn't actually show the play art. I don't know if this is only in house rules, but it'll kind of have an icon above Deion Sanders that will kind of tell you, hey, they're running the same exact play. They won't show you the play art, like you can't press RT and it'll show you the play art, but it'll kind of have a signal. It'll be the red film study logo, like it will be above Deion Sanders, and it'll basically tell you they're running the same play. And it resets basically every quarter. So first quarter goes, as soon as they run the play one time, anytime after they run that play in that same corner, the little icon will come above Deion Sanders' head and will tell you basically that they're running the same play. I don't know if it's overpowered. I think it's actually really good if you're playing a run-heavy player, and if they run a run play and they come out in the same run play, you can almost run commit if he still has that icon above the player's helmet. And then finally, we're going to wrap up this episode. Already went over my house rule 16 wins. The Bo knows. I mentioned on Friday that we kind of are getting a Bo Jackson possibly in the next coming weeks, and shout out to Hitstick in the comments. It's going to be an MCS player because we do have that MCS Thanksgiving event. I don't know exactly the exact dates when the tournament is being ran, but Bo Jackson is going to be that like Tyreek Hill featured player you get for watching. You get those tokens that you get after watching like an hour of the gameplay. I'll be tuning. I actually think the Bo Jackson's probably going to be a 92 to 93 overall, and it will probably be maybe the best running back in the game unless we get a really fast running back over Blitz or Harvest Part 2 like a Barry Sanders potentially. But Bo Jackson, going to be a very solid card. Raiders theme team. We probably won't have a power up, but it'll still probably have, I'm guessing, 93, 94 speed if they give him like a 92, 93 overall. Hopefully they don't hoe us and give him like a 90 overall or whatever. But that's an update on the Bo Jackson. No money spent video day tomorrow. We got Market Monday. I think I have a confirmed date for Season 2, but I'm going to hold that in until tomorrow's Market Monday video. But no money spent, episode 94 is complete. Comment if you have any questions. Like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. Link to the Discord is in the description. And until tomorrow, peace.